Welcome everybody to the Brother Speak podcast. This is Brother Speak. If you're new to the channel, please like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Oh Lord. See, this is what happens when you have an older woman, younger man situation. Then you have a tricking situation. Feelings get involved, and now it's just a mess. So for those who don't, y'all see the title. I'm on my One Plus pad again. Yeah, I'm loving my One Plus pad, man. It makes live streaming way easier than getting on my actual computer. But anyway, let me get to it. So we have a situation. When I first saw this whole thing with Zion Williamson, now I didn't even know that he was involved in this situation because I remember I was looking on my I was seeing on my notifications for YouTube that Chaos Rain, and shouts out to Chaos Rain. He did a live stream on Moriah Mills, and I saw he said, "Do y'all want me to go in on Moriah Mills?" And I'm like, okay, what did she do? Because the only thing I know of from OnlyFans. I was subscribed to a free channel, so I'm like, what did she do? So he's like, oh, you didn't know? I'm like, nope. I didn't follow her like that. I'm like, I didn't get on her Instagram or nothing like that. I'm like, I don't know her from OnlyFans, so I didn't know what the fuck going on. But then I typed it up, and I'm like, oh shit. Because I remember, like somebody was mentioning something like Zion Williamson got a IG model pregnant. I mean, that's like typical. That's typical stuff. That's nothing new. I mean, basketball player getting the IG model pregnant. Uh, that's par for the course. But then, as I was reading, I was seeing like she had did this long diatribe about him, and I'm like, oh Jesus Christ, what the fuck going on with this? So, for those who don't know, Zion Williamson, he played for the New Orleans Pelicans for the NBA. So apparently, he was in this relationship with Moriah Mills, and well, he got another chick pregnant. So now he got another chick pregnant. They announced that they're having a baby, and Moriah was not too happy about this. She went on Twitter, started talking about how he was gifting her. They were going to have a life together. He was going to move her out to, I forgot where, and just telling everything. I'm not mad that he played me. I'm just mad he didn't tell me the truth. And, and then it's like she's demanding that he go get a DNA test and make sure that the baby is his, and we so we can move on with our lives. I'm like, whoa, hold up. What? What's going on here? So I'm looking at the situation. First of all, she's an older woman. She's 33. I'm not saying that she's old by any, but she's older than him. He's like 11 years. She's 11 years older than him. So I'm like, already, problem number one: older woman, younger dude. Then she talking about how he was gifting her money all the time. She never really talked about how he was in a relationship, how he was just a decent guy, and no, she just talked about he was giving her money. So it seems to me, I read between the lines that this chick was was being tricked on by this guy. He probably saw the porno, saw the OnlyFans and whatever sites that she be using. So he was tricking. I'm assuming they had sex. Who knows? And it just looks like to me he traded her up for another model, a younger model. I mean, it is. I. It just seemed to me that's what was going. That's what's going on now. So I don't know what she thought was going to happen. I mean, again, you have a situation with an older woman dating a younger man, and I guess she thought that the money was just going to come forever. They're going to get married, and she going to really get the real bag. And like, I don't know why she thought that. It's like, first of all, you're an older woman. You're 33. So, I mean, he's a younger dude. He's a trick. And I'm going to tell y'all, tricking makes both genders disposable. You're not somebody who's going to be there long term for the most part. When the dude's tricking, yeah, he'll and it don't matter the amount. I know people looking at the amount like, oh no, it don't matter the amount. I don't care if a dude's spending $40 a week on the chick. You become a disposable commodity, and and people gotta recognize that it makes both genders disposable. So at any time he see a prettier model, guess what? The money get cut. Or on the reverse, she get tired of this old dude or young dude. It don't even matter the age. She gets tired of dude and she replaces him. I mean that's what happens in these tricking relationships. They You become a disposable commodity. You're not somebody that is for long term because let's just say let's say he didn't get another woman pregnant. She found another dude who's gonna pay her, a better looking dude who's gonna pay her the same amount, if not a little bit more, maybe a little less. But he gets her rocks off. Guess what? She gone. She gonna ghost him. So again, when you playing this, when you make it a trick hole relationship, both genders are disposable. You could be get rid of it at any time. I remember saying that on Face Channel when they were talking about this sugar baby was with this 54-year-old, and she was talking about how she respected him, but she didn't really love him like that, and she was about to bounce out of there. She had another year before she was gonna bounce, and I'm like, but she was also saying how the guy was getting tired of her, and I'm like, well, shoot, you might not even last a year because again, you're disposable. If he see a prettier chick who's giving him less headaches, who may be a little more appreciative, guess what? He gonna get rid of her too. It's nothing new. So I say the tricking relationship is what it is. So you have that going on, and so she was mad. Moriah was mad. Because she seen the money getting cut. So the latest I read was she thinks she's pregnant, which oh boy, that's gonna make it a more headache situation. So that's going to make it a more problematic situation. Now, do I think she's pregnant? She may be, she may not. She could be even lying about the 107K that he was paying her monthly. I mean, who knows? These are her words, not his. We ain't hear him, and it's probably best he don't say nothing. But the point of it is that even with these older women, younger men relationship, a lot of these older women think they can run these young dudes. I'm like, yeah, you might dazzle him with your experience and if you're good looking, but it's the same thing. Eventually, he's gonna trade you in for the younger model, especially if you got a dude who's a young dude who's tricking. You already should know you on a timetable with chicks like that. She should know the game already. You're a porn star. I mean, you already know the game. So, but again, I think she forgot the mission, and the mission was, hey, get the bag. But she let her feelings get involved. I'm like, chick, you don't let your feelings get involved. You should have banked the money, saved it up, and when it was time for him to go, when he time to when he start acting funny, it's time for you to bounce. But she was dependent on the money. He was believing the lie that this dude was spitting it. It's like, first of all, you know he's a young dude, 22 years old. You know he's a young dude. You know there's a prettier model every day coming through. She should know that she in the porn industry. You know that younger women coming around tickles they fancy, and you get replaced. But again, she got used to the money, and she didn't save her shit. So hey, now she mad. And, oh, I got a baby now, and I'm like, and then again, like I said, when she was talking about this stuff, the main thing she was talking about was the money. She wouldn't talk about how good he was in the relationship. He was just a good dude, and so it's like you didn't really care about this dude. You care about the money getting cut, and you trying to make you now you're trying to throw shade on this name, which that's not cool at all. It just shows what she really was interested in was the money. It wasn't nothing about him. It's just that money getting cut. But yeah, so it kind of reminded me of like I remember I had a coworker, two coworkers. Now she was an older chick in her 40s, late 40s, and he was younger than her. I think considerably, about probably 10, maybe a little bit like 10, maybe to 15 years younger. Now she thought she could run. I mean, I remember her saying, "Well, I could run these men," and she was trying to say she can run me. I'm like, nah, chick, that ain't happening. I can tell you right now, I'm a trick. Don't get me wrong, I'm a trick, but I don't let women run me like that. Mm-mm. But anyway, so and I probably told the story before, but for those who probably don't know the story, so anyway, she was dating him. I think they were dating for I wanted to say a year before. I know it was a little while before they told me anything, but she was because we were talking about like they were gonna do a threesome, her, him, and another chick, and he was like, "No, I don't want to." She was talking about how she was gonna do a threesome with her and some other chick. We're gonna do a threesome with him, and he declined it, and I'm like, "Bro, I would took that threesome. What the fuck? What are you talking about?" But so she thought she had him. She even told him like, "No, I'm gonna bring my ex over to the house, and I'm gonna be fucking my ex, so he just gonna have to deal with it." I'm like, "Damn!" I'm like, "That's how we gonna do? He just gonna have to deal with it. He gonna deal with it." I'm like, "Okay." All right, hope that works out for you. Well, of course, it didn't work out because the plan was she was going to move into his house because he had bought a house in, I want to say, Sugarland. So the plan was she was going to move into his house with her 4 kids. She had 2 teenagers. I think they were just about to turn 18. Another teenager who was like 14 at the time, and she had a young child. So she's so at the end of her lease, she got her deposit and she moved out, and she was gonna move to his house. He wouldn't let her in the house at all. He would not let her in the house. So what she ended up doing, she had to move back to the apartment, pay double the deposit because she had to pay her own deposit, and then the deposit of the person that was going to move in because it was already set. Double the rent because she had to pay that last month's rent and plus the new month's rent all at the same time, and a penalty for breaking the lease or something like that. So, oh no, she had to come out a lot of money. She had to do some overtime to make up for it. And yeah, she was pissed. She was about to burn this dude's house down. And the only reason why she did it because her friend stopped her. But she was gonna burn that house down. And I believe her. She has a temper. And again, I can kind of understand from his thing because she do have a temper, and she is a very, like, I will say, it's her way or the highway. But that's what you have these dynamics with an older woman and a younger man. The older woman try to run the younger dude, and yeah, you can get away with it for a little bit, but either she gonna get tired or he gonna get tired. And what happens is he'll just bounce out, and if he don't have the cojones to really confront him, he gonna dip. Seemed like this what happened with Zion. Zion found a younger model. He's like, well, why am I paying 100K, 100, allegedly? Because this is her words, not his. I can't prove it, and it don't. Why? But let's just say he's not paying 100K, but he is giving her money. He was tricking. He said, wait a minute. Why am I paying this older woman, this 33-year-old woman, when I could be paying this younger chick the same amount of money? And I got a baby with her. I'm like, so it's like, so he traded her in for another model. That's what happens when you have this trick hole relationship. Both genders are disposable. And I know people be like, oh, these tricks are getting played and they getting used up. I'm like, dude, that's not usually the case with tricks. Tricks don't be falling in love like that. They same with sugar daddies. I'm like, it's basically tricking. All that's tricking. But anyway, so tricks dispose of these women. If they find a younger model or they get tired of her, they just get rid of her. There's nothing. It's like boom, next one up. This happens a lot. And see, the thing is, if you don't know, a lot of these dudes and a lot of these chicks are thinking, oh, these tricks to fall in love with these hoes, and like, no, that's not really the case. If they got the money, they spend it. They'll take her on trips. They give her things. I mean, it's like because to them, it's nothing. It's nothing to them. Just hey, throw the money, have a good time, and then when it's time to bounce, it's time to bounce. Either she's not appreciative, she's not doing what she was doing at the beginning, or you just find a younger model. Dudes do that, and the women on the other end, they find a younger dude, and or maybe they just don't want to be in the life no more. They want to take a break, and they leave the man. So and this vice versa. This ain't because you got women who will pay for a fucking homosexual, and when he get tired of her, he bounces, or she get tired of him. He ain't giving her the D no more, or he ain't treating her right, and she kicks him out the house. So this is nothing new. Then again, we had a whole older younger older younger relationship. It's the same thing with both men and women. Whether it's the older man or the older woman, and the younger man or the younger woman, same thing. When people get tired of each other, you're disposable. A lot of these relationships don't last. So I'm just looking at the situation like that and like, yeah, I mean, and it's a mess because people are not honest. Zion wasn't honest with her, and Moriah wasn't honest. Probably wasn't honest with him. She treated him like a trick, but then the money got cut. The money got too good, and allegedly she started catching feelings. I say alleged because like I said, though, a lot of the rant was really about the money, really not about how he was, other than the fact that he lied. So it's one of those weirdo situations that as a guy you're gonna have to stop. And well, let me scratch that. There ain't really no stopping it because the guy's going to use whatever tools he has to get beautiful women, and a lot of times that money and the fame, that's the biggest thing. I remember, what was that? George Clooney talked about, well, I didn't want to go up and talk to women, aka use the mouthpiece for all these game dudes. So what did he do? He became famous. So that way he didn't have to talk to these women. Women come to him. So and that's when people be saying, well, women are the prize, women are the prize, women are the prize. It's like, yeah, in a lot of situations, yeah, women are the prize. But then there's certain situations where the men are the prize. Especially when they get either they get their status, their money, or their physicality up. That's when they become the prize of these women, and women will be falling all over themselves to get with them. It, that's why I be when people talk about prize, and I'm like, well, it's always the women the prize. I'm like, no, that's not always the case. Because I've seen women at my job falling over dudes. You see, they get that giggle, twirling their hair and stuff like that, and I'm looking at them like, okay, I mean, I see how this is. I see how this is going. And then you see where guys are falling over for the young chick at the job, and oh, how you giving them the hugs and stuff like that. And I'm just looking at both of them like, okay, this is silly. But again, it's people become prizes. But then here's where the problem comes in. When you become a prize to someone, eventually people forget about that prize. Some people cherish the prize, and some go for other prizes. Becomes old, and then even then, that's when you become disposable. So, as a consequence, when you become disposable, you can get you got a countdown, and it's only a matter of time before the person gets rid of you. And some will tell you straight up, or some just bounce and ghost you, and you have a situation like this. Now you got Moriah Mills all on Twitter, just Instagram, Twitter, whatever. No, I think she was on Twitter. Just exposing all this business. Then you have another chick, and I'm gonna say this. I I that's one thing I can't stand is somebody telling about someone's sexual deviancy. Oh, he's a nasty ass freak. And I'm like, chick. Now, okay, he's a nasty ass freak. All right, it is what it is. Sorry about that. Oh, that's one thing I don't particularly like when with the social media is you gonna go tell someone's sexual deviancy. And listen, okay, you mad at a guy. I, I don't care how mad you at a guy. If he's a sexual pervert, he's a pervert, okay? Deviant, whatever. He is what he is. It's another thing you up there talking about how he's a nasty ass freak and all this shit. But chick, here's the problem. You let him do whatever he do. If he like licking the ass, he like licking vagina, he whatever shit he like to do. You allow him to do that to you. So if you allow him to do that to you, who worse, him or you? I'm gonna say you as the woman is worse because you allow something that you don't like being done to you be done, all for the sake of being with this guy. And I don't even think you was being with the guy for being with him. You just doing to get the money. So it just reminded me of this one chick was getting on this football player's ass. And she was like, he ugly and all this. But I'm like, chick, you had a baby with this dude. So you had a baby with this ugly ass nigga. You let a ugly ass nigga nut in your fucking vagina. Who works, him or you? That's why I say that. That's why I can't stand when people do that. I can't stand when men do it. I can't stand when women do that shit. You gonna talk about someone's sexual kinks like it's a bad thing, but bitch, you allow him to do that. If you allow him to do that to you, and you know you don't like it, bitch, you worse than him. Period. And same with a guy. Like if she's some kind of sexual kinks you don't particularly like, and you want to diss them about it, you worse than her, cause you allow that shit to be done to you. You don't do people like that. I don't give a damn how mad you are at a person. Like, there's some sexual kinks my ex-wife has. Do I look like I'm gonna go around telling everybody about it? No, because I have respect for the person. A chick I was dating. You think I'm gonna expose all her sexual kinks? No, because just because I'm mad at her or something like that. No, I'm not gonna do shit like that. But this is what people do on this social media shit, and it irritates the hell out of me because because if you're gonna let somebody do that to you, regardless of how you feel about them, you're gonna tell their sexual kinks that you allow done to you. Well, bitch, you ain't no better, and nigga, you ain't no better either. Matter of fact, I give you a worse because you did something that you know you don't like done, and I know you let them do it. I don't have to fucking. I don't have to. Oh, I didn't let them do it. Yeah, you fucking did. Stop it. You let them do it to you, and you enjoyed it at the time, or maybe you didn't. And guess what? You still allow them to do it. So you worse than them, telling all these people secrets like that. That's some scummy shit. And that's for any gender. I don't respect you as a person. You're trash if you do that shit. You're just a trash person. I don't care how mad you are. You don't do shit like that. And I don't give a well, women are emotional. I don't give a fuck if you're emotional. You don't do shit like that. That's scum. And guess what? You a scum person too. Because you allow that shit to happen. Because it wasn't grape, you allowed it to happen. And guess what? You're trash for even putting that shit out there. I don't care how mad you are at the dude. You don't put out your business just because, okay, he got another chick pregnant. What the fuck did that have to do with you? But that's what happened when some of these women get that sisterhood shit and like, chick, you throwing the bag away. Like I hate when people do that shit. Men or women. I hate when they do shit like this. It's just another example why people should never got some of these people should never got in social media. Men or women. But anyway, back off the rant. But Zion Williamson and Moriah Mills situation is just basically two factors. Tricking relationship with an older woman and a younger man. And both of those things are temporary. Yet do tricks marry their hoes? Yeah. It happens. And but ultimately those relationships fail because again, even if you're married or not, you're still disposable. You are a commodity. You are not a person. And when you're not a person, you are disposable. You can be traded in for a younger model at any time. And that's both genders. The older woman could trade him in for a younger model, a younger man, or a dude that that really gets her rocks off or whatever. Or the same with the trick dude or the younger dude, trick. They trade him in for a younger model. I mean, it is what it is. So that's all I can say about it. I mean, it's it's just a situation that old as time, and it's not gonna change. It's just now it just got messy because one person he wasn't upfront with her about what's going on, and he was doing his thing, and now she's seeing the money getting cut. Now she mad. Like I don't know why you mad. You should have saved up your money, ho. Like, dude, you just kept it a trick situation. And again, like I said, people don't know how to do these situations right. If you're gonna be a trick, be a trick. But you have to understand, don't get your feelings in it. And don't let the woman get her feelings in it. Same with the women. You gonna be on this sugar baby accepting gifts and shit like that. You can at the end of the day, you gotta understand you are disposable. The money ain't gonna last forever. And you're an older woman. I don't know what you thought. A younger man. I guess she thought she was gonna pull a Brittany Renner. Like, yeah, Brittany. That was a different situation. But at the end of the day, I mean, those things don't last. And now you man going on social media just spilling all this shit, and which I'm like, it's like unnecessary. And again, it's another reason why I hate social media. People get burned, they get mad, and now they want to spill all the dirty laundry on social media, and it's sad, you know. But that's what happens when you're in a trick hole relationship and an older woman, younger man situation. In both situations, you are disposable, and you got two at the same time. Oh, you just double disposable. So I suggest again, if you in these type of relationships, older woman, young man, or you're in a trick hole relationship, if you're the one tricking, um, just be upfront with the person, and then when it's time to go, it's time to go. But prepare for a fallout. If you're the one being the hoe in this situation, understand, hey, you better stack your money, stack it, stack it, stack it, and then when it goes south or you get tired, just be upfront and bounce about your business. Go about your business. Otherwise, it's gonna turn into a big mess, and then it's just and now it's on social media, which now everybody looks just terrible. And thing about Mariah is it's like you probably could have still got a bag if you wouldn't be talking. So it's a sad thing on social media. But people feel that they get hurt, they get angry, and then they want to spill on social media and just ruin reputations for no reason at all. Okay, so I'm thinking like, okay, so he got her pregnant. You still could probably get in your bag, and even if you didn't get your bag, I mean, you should have been saving your money anyway. So you know, it's just trash. And then Zion, look, you're gonna trick, but you gotta do it right. You can't be making these women think they're gonna fall in love with you and have a relationship. You can't do shit like that. It's if you're gonna be a trick, be a trick. If you want to be in a relationship, be in a relationship. You can't do both. You know. But that's what happens when you blur the lines and be in relationships that probably not the best ideas. But that's what happens when lust and greed do. Lust and greed, man. Lust and greed. But anyway, I'm gonna get up out of here. And I rambled on long enough. Thank you for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And black men, be powerful or be powerless. The choice is yours. Y'all have a good one. Peace.